Hi everyone, Colleen here, back with another video. And in this one, I'm going to teach you how to get started on alternate day fasting, aka ADF. Alternate day fasting is an eating protocol where you eat one day, fast one day, eat one day, and fast another day, so on and so forth until you reach your goals. This fasting protocol helped me lose, at this point, over 67 pounds. I started at 245 pounds in April of 2021, and I am currently 179, 180-ish, teetering on that, and my goal is 170 pounds. This video is going to have a list of 10 things that you need to get started. I find that some people are a little confused as to how to start, what to do, what they need. So this list is for newbies, those that are ready to start their fasting journey, and essentially a guide on how and what you need to get started. Before we jump in though, I want to set a disclaimer. I am not a medically licensed professional. I am not a doctor. I have no medical training. I am a woman that lost weight with alternate day fasting, and I'm sharing my experiences with you. If you have any medical issues, please refer to your physician. Number one is very important. You have to make the decision that you are ready to change your life. You have to make the decision that you are tired of complacency, that you are tired of mediocrity, you are tired of being a creature of habit, you're tired of being comfortable. This decision is what's going to separate the 99% from the 1%, that 1% being the successful. When I decided to begin alternate day fasting, I was scared out of my wits because the thought of not eating for an entire day, I've never done that in my life, and it seemed unfathomable. That means impossible. But my want and desire to see myself as the Colleen that I always dreamed of but never quite knew was stronger than my fear. I remember in April of 2021, I made the decision to try alternate day fasting, to just try it. I knew that I was just going to go headfirst into it, and if I failed, I failed, but I knew that I made the decision that I'm tired of being fat, I'm tired of being overweight, I'm tired of having inflammation in my knees and ankles, I was tired of being uncomfortable in my clothes, I was tired of being not confident. I was tired, and so I made the decision to be successful. Like a light switch went off in my head. I know that change is not easy, but on the other end of it, it's always going to be worth it. It's really important that you are ready to make this change in your life. You can't just see me online and be like, okay, today, this seems fun. No, this needs to come from a place of almost desperation. You're at your wit's end with yourself. You are sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're on the verge of chronic illness. That's the kind of feeling, that's the fire I want under you when you decide to step into this lifestyle, because it's not for the faint of heart, it's not for the weak. It's doable, but it's not easy. When you decide to move away from mediocrity, prepare yourself. You have to prepare yourself for success, because a lot of us are not afraid of failure. A lot of us are not afraid of failure. A lot of us are afraid of success, because with success comes a lot of change. Failing is easy. Success is hard, but it's doable. So get ready to change your life. Are you ready for success? You have to step back and ask yourself, am I truly ready to be that girl, that guy? When you've made that decision and are ready to step in faith into a new lifestyle that is guaranteed, because once you start this, you're going to lose weight. I've said that time and time. You're going to lose weight. Are you ready? Because self-sabotage is a hell of a drug. Oh, I ran for 3 miles today. Let's go get a donut. That's self-sabotage. Oh, I was good all week. Let's chill on the weekend. That's self-sabotage. I'm craving a donut. I'm gonna break my fast. You know, it won't be that bad. That's self-sabotage. Make the decision. Number 2 in getting started with alternate day fasting, please research. Research high, research low, research articles, research books, listen to doctors, and then listen to experiences such as mine. How I even got introduced to alternate day fasting was through Rachel Sharp. She was the only woman I ever saw do alternate day fasting. And it was through her that I started to research about alternate day fasting. I researched medical articles, peer-reviewed articles. I went on YouTube, listened to doctors, and I made sure that what I was stepping into was essentially healthy. It's also important to ensure that you have a healthy mentality about food. Fasting, especially alternate day fasting, to those with disordered eating, anorexic thoughts and mentalities, binge eating disorders, not tendencies, but disorders, where it's the thought pattern about food is highly skewed towards abnormalcy. I have binge eating tendencies. That means I'm likely to. When you're disordered, you are going to. So that's the discrepancy between tendencies and disorder. When you go into a eating pattern such as this, you need to make sure you have a healthy mentality about food, apart from the emotional one, because we're gonna work on that. We're gonna tap into the mental part of fasting and food and the emotional ties to it. Soon come. You wanna understand the pros and cons of this lifestyle, what comes with it, what side effects are gonna come with it, what to expect. If you have any chronic illnesses, is this for you? If you're pregnant, is this for you? It's not, please don't. If you're breastfeeding, if you're a man, if you're a woman, all of these things should come from research. Do not watch my video and then jump into this and then wonder why your head hurts. Why am I having diarrhea? How come I don't go to the bathroom anymore? I feel faint. These are all things you should be researching before you go into alternate day fasting. These are things I need to research. And that's why I wasn't blindsided by any side effects. I was prepared. And that's how I want you to be as well. This is not a step into it fun time. This is life. This is going to be a lifestyle. So you just want to gear up and make sure you're as prepared for this new life as possible. Number 3, it helps if you have fasting experience. I began my introduction to fasting through what they call intermittent fasting, and the time schedule I had was 16 hours fasting and 8 hours eating, and so my body got acclimated to skipping breakfast. For 2 months, I did OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, and that essentially acclimated my body to having maybe essentially a 22 to 23 hour period without food. Although I only did that for 2 months, it did help warm up my body a lot to go long periods without eating. When I was introduced to alternate day fasting, I knew that I was able to accomplish this because I had fasting experience. So I said, if I've skipped breakfast, if I've skipped lunch, why can't I skip dinner? Maybe I could skip dinner. It seemed daunting to go an entire day without eating, but I've already skipped 2 meals a day. What's a third one? And then going to bed. It's not mandatory, but it helps. So having experience fasting is a big plus. Number 4, dedicate. I need you to focus on that word. Dedicate yourself to a time period, to trial. And what that means is you want to put your entire being into a set time period for you to do this alternate day fasting perfectly. So what that looked like for me, when I started alternate day fasting, I went in feeling like, okay, this is just another thing I'm gonna try, and it's gonna give me minimal results, and I'm probably gonna quit. And so I just said, self, I'm going to dedicate myself to alternate day fasting for 14 days. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And I'm gonna do it beautifully. I'm gonna do it purely. I'm going to challenge myself. And by the end of the first week, I had lost 5 pounds. And that motivated me. I was blown away because it worked. When I lost more weight at the end of the second week, not only was I motivated by the scale, my body, this is important, listen to this, my body was now adapted to this eating pattern. Key part of being successful on alternate day fasting is sticking to the pattern. Feast, fast, feast, fast, feast, fast. Your body does quickly become accustomed to this new eating pattern. And that 14 days was a beautiful, perfect time to do so, right? Because here's the thing. When I find that when I am off the pattern for 2 days, it's hard for me to get back on it. It's ideal if you could stay in the pattern, because once you have your feast day and it's time for fasting again, you're ready. What I suggest is telling yourself, I'm gonna dedicate 1 week, 14 days, a month to doing alternate day fasting. And you'll tell a few things through that. You'll see if this lifestyle is for you. You'll see whether or not you are making progress, whether or not the pros outweigh the cons or vice versa. And you will see whether this feels like a lifestyle for you. How do you feel on this journey? But what it also does is it switches your brain into a deadline. Like there's an end point. And humans, we kind of work well under pressure, under scheduled timing, because we know we like challenges, we like goals. And having that as a goal, it will put fire under you. You'll most likely accomplish the goal, do perfect ADF, and train yourself at the same time. So go ahead and think about a time period you want to dedicate yourself to. I suggest 2 weeks. Dedicate yourself to perfect ADF. That means feast, fast for 14 days. That's not bad. That's not hard. It's only hard if you choose for it to be hard. Number 5, to get started on your alternate day fasting journey. This is a crucial one. On your fast days, I'm challenging you. I need you. I want you to document your feelings / emotions on your fast days. I want you to tap in to when you're having your cravings, what triggered cravings, and any stressors that evokes feelings of hunger. It is imperative during alternate day fasting, on your fast days, that you tap in to your emotional connection to food. I find that most who are overweight are emotional eaters. There's a lot of trauma that we have that goes unhealed, especially derived from childhood, right? The most comforting thing to most of us is food. Food makes us feel good. That's normal. When we start relying on food to help heal us, to fix us, to numb us, that's where we get in trouble. On fast days, you have lost that blanket. You have lost that cover. You have lost that crutch. And now you are vulnerable. You have no choice but to face these emotions because you cannot eat it away now. You have no choice. And a lot of us think we're hungry when truly we're experiencing either a conscious or subconscious emotion that we are dying to have food comfort us. And so I truly wish and beg you to, on fast days, just document any emotions you feel when you feel hungry. You don't necessarily have to journal. You don't have to write down. Just even if you have MyFitnessPal and you have a note or you have notes, just be like, okay, at 3 p.m. I feel really low energy and I feel hungry. That's take note of that. If you're low energy, then we need to work on that. If it's 7 p.m. and you're watching TV and you have a craving, take note of that. If you are stressed by anything at that moment, you want to take notice of the stressor. So you can either A, avoid it, or B, work through it. But it's key. We need to, it is essential to become self-aware. I'm gonna let you know this right now. You will not be successful in any weight loss journey, much less alternate day fasting, if you do not work on your emotional ties to food. The psychology of weight loss outweighs diet and it outweighs exercise. The psychology of our emotional ties to food trumps everything. We have to get really brutally honest with ourselves. And once that occurs, once you start healing, you'll find that you are stronger, you're less codependent, you're able to set up more boundaries, you're able to say no. You are prepared for any food situations because now food is not controlling you. You are in charge of your emotions. Your emotions is not in charge of you. I want to let you know that you run your mind. Your mind should not be running you. And a lot of us have our mind running us. It's not good. I would love if for 1 week, just 1 week, just pay attention on fast days. Just jot it down real quick, okay? Number 6, to prepare for alternate day fasting, begin with a feast day. Your feast day should look like you intuitively eating. Intuitively eating means you eat until you're satisfied. You don't eat until you're stuffed, and you don't undereat thinking that, oh my God, I'm gonna put on weight. You eat until you're satisfied. Respect your body. It's time to start respecting the body. If your stomach says you're full, stop eating. If your stomach says, God, I could eat some more, eat some more. It's just something that I never thought I could do. Intuitively eat. What? Like stop when there's more food on the plate? That's a no. Yeah, I can do that now. I'm breaking childhood habits that were ingrained into me. If your child says they're full, don't force them. Stop that. That's a bad habit. Let's break that cycle immediately. That is a way to teach your child really disordered eating. The Clean the Plate Club, let's cut that out. So yes, intuitively eat on your feast day. Focus on whole foods. That means foods that are not processed. You want to have foods that are in their purest form and just cooked. Focus on macronutrients, fats, proteins, complex carbs in that order. Fats are essential. Olive oil, butter, ghee, avocado, nuts such as pistachios, pecans, walnuts, macadamias. Fats are good. They help regulate hormones, and hormones are made of fat. That's why keto and fasting, they go together beautifully because they are literally linked in hormonal control. Proteins are the building blocks. There are ways to sustain muscle, and they are filling. Fats, proteins, lovely. Do your best to make sure there's protein in every meal you have, whether it's a snack, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Do your best to ensure that there's protein on the plate. And complex carbs. I'm a rice for life girl. I love white rice. Okay, that's not complex, but that's my carb of choice. But I do suggest complex carbs. Potatoes are really good. Potatoes are not the devil. Potatoes are full of potassium. They're full of nutrients. They're very filling. They're one of the most satiating plants you will ever eat. Complex carbs also include brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, complex carbs, things that take longer to break down in the system. These will sustain you in preparation for your fast day. I suggest having 2 out of 3 healthy meals, and one of your meals could be something that just makes you happy. So if you have a hearty oatmeal breakfast and a salad for lunch, go ahead and eat the pasta for dinner. The whole point is to be sustainable. You're not going to live on leaves for the rest of your life. You want to make this sustainable. So I'm not going to tell you, oh, you should be having perfect this and perfect that, and you want to look like an Olympian. No, We're humans, we're mothers, we're fathers, we're students, we're real people. I'm not some fitness model from Gymshark. No, have the pizza, have the buffalo wings, enjoy yourself, but just make sure that majority of what you're eating is healthy, whole foods that have protein and fats primarily, and some complex carbs to, run on, fuel on. I would suggest having the most hearty and nutrient-dense meal for dinner so that, it's kind of like the last meal to sustain you throughout your following fast day. And that works beautifully for me, but feel free to do it however you deem fit. Number 7, to help you get started on alternate day fasting, prepare yourself by having electrolytes and or fasting salts on hand. This will help deter migraines, headaches, faintness, weakness, give you an energy boost. Feel free to search for fasting salts on Amazon and electrolytes. I got my electrolyte mix from my local Walmart. Also feel free to use sea salt, preferably Himalayan sea salt. You just want to pep yourself up with some salt. Lick some salt on the back of your hand and drink it down with some water. It should get the electrolytes going, get some sodium into your body. Feel free to Google more to understand the benefits of electrolytes and fasting salts to help you during your fast periods. But having too much water will flush out electrolytes and you will feel weak, you will feel faint. You might even have some bowel issues. So get some electrolytes in your system. It's very important. And have that on hand so you can immediately remedy that issue when it does come up. Number 8 is to find a source of support. Having a source of support is so lovely. That can look like your spouse, a loved one, a good friend, even an online community such as the one I'm building here, just to know that you're not alone. The issues that you have are experienced by many, and that you just have a place to ask questions or feel supported in your journey. You're one of none. A lot of people are not going to understand what you're doing. They're going to deter you. They're going to speak fear into your life because you're doing something outside of the norm. It's going to be really helpful to have someone that's like, although I don't understand this, I got your back. Or, oh, I'm so proud of you, I got your back. Anyone that is just going to speak life into you is going to be an ally in your journey. Online communities, online forums, podcasts, YouTubers that can help you just follow up with your journey and help you stay encouraged and motivated is wonderful to have as well. And if you don't have a friend or spouse to support you, guess what? You're more than capable of filling your own cup. You can do that without needing someone to lean on. Because guess what? Once you've done number 1, which is to make the decision to change your life and step out of mediocrity, there's not one obstacle, there's not one friend, foe, or, anyone that is going to knock you off your path to becoming the you are destined and ultimately goaled to be. So once you've solidified number 1, listen, whether you have someone or not, you're going to get to your goal. Just know that you're able to lean on yourself. You are perfectly capable to just walk the journey sometimes by yourself. If anything, at least you have me. Number 9, I'm just gonna let you know what you can have on fast days. On fast days, you can have water. This includes sparkling water, fruit infused water, mint infused water, cucumber infused water. You can have water galore. You can enjoy unsweetened tea, unsweetened coffee. You can enjoy lemon juice. You can enjoy apple cider vinegar. You can enjoy seltzer. You can enjoy a no-calorie sweetener such as stevia. I use stevia. That's my go-to. There's also monk fruit. There's xylitol, erythritol. There's all kind of natural sweeteners, preferably on the no to low calorie side. If you do Splenda, that's your business. There's no one here to shame you if you take Splenda, if you take aspartame, if you take Sweet and Low, Equal, that's your business. I'm not going to judge you. I like stevia. It sweetens the cup enough for me to drink it. Okay? Do you, boo. Do you. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot be doing with your life. That's your life. All I ask is that you research and make the best decisions for you. Okay? Also, enjoy your electrolytes. They're going to help you a lot to get through your fast and give you a boost of energy. Enjoy fasting salts. If I did not include it in this list, that's a no. Don't message me. Don't ask anything else, I swear. What I've included in that list is what you can have. That's the list I'm giving you. Also, supplements. Supplements for me are integral. I need my supplements. I'm not going to suggest to you powders, any collagen, if you're just getting started on alternate day fasting, okay? I'm not going to suggest to you. I do that because I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. For supplements, I would suggest a liquid multivitamin and or a gummy. I give myself a 50 calorie max on fast days for supplements, sweeteners, and gum. I suggest a 2-piece max for gum. Have gum. Why not? Who's gonna check you? It's just gum. Have something to freshen your breath and something to keep your mouth busy. It's okay. But yes, if you are having supplements, I would suggest a liquid because you're able to take it in a fasted state without hurting your tummy. Last but not least, for getting started with your alternate day fasting, right? This is also very important. All of them are important, but this is number 10 for a reason, because it's to seal it all off. Keep it simple. I feel like so many people are overthinking this. They want to know the times. They want to know how much I could lose in a week. They want to know when did I start seeing progress. They want to know, I get it. I get it. But the less you can think about, the more successful you'll be. When I stopped overthinking the process and started just living, it became so easy because it wasn't foreign anymore. It was my life. When we overthink a process, it seems like a burden. We don't want that. We want this to be infused as a lifestyle. And that's why I say I do not do any tracking whatsoever. None. I do not track anything. Stop worrying about the scale. The first week is probably the best time to weigh yourself, see how much you started at, and see how much you lost at the end of the week. If you lost 1 pound, fine. If you lost 6 pounds, great. That's it. Start weighing yourself every 2 weeks to every month. Do not overemphasize the number on the scale because guess what? You're going to lose more inches than pounds with alternate day fasting. And that's beautiful. I want to lose inches. I want my clothes to fit looser. I want my face to come in sculpted. I want my waistline to cinch in. Those are great progress indicators that are more conclusive than a number on a scale. Guess what? You can look in the mirror. You can wake up after a beautiful fasted day. Look in the mirror and see how amazing you look and feel. You're going to step on this scale and saw that you gained 2 pounds. And guess what? That beautiful feeling is down in the dumps now. You just self-sabotaged yourself. No matter what you think or what you say to yourself, your feelings always change after you see that number. So just do yourself a favor, avoid the scale. It's past weight loss. Think beyond weight loss and think about health. It'll give more depth. It'll give more substance to your journey. This is beyond superficial. Start focusing on healing inflammation, curing generational cycles, breaking bad habits. Start working on that visceral fat around your middle. Those are important things beyond how I look in a bikini this summer. Non-scale victories include photos, waist beads. If you're a lady, they look cute and they can indicate how much you've lost from your waistline. Start measuring yourself. Use non-stretch jeans as an indicator. Put on something that you haven't worn because it doesn't fit and see how it fits today. Those are non-scale victories. Because if you get on the scale, you're going to sabotage yourself and you're going to think, this isn't working. I don't care how I feel. The scale is not. It really hurts my feelings when someone sees and feels good and got on the scale and saw 2 pounds increase. And now they're like, I feel discouraged. You're discouraged because you're hurting your own feelings. You're self-sabotaging yourself. Leave the scale alone. You do not have to count calories. I don't count nothing. The first month of alternate day fasting, I was tracking all of my calories. You know why? I didn't want to undereat. I was afraid of undereating. Now I eat intuitively. I eat until I am full and I stop eating. If I want a snack, I'll have a snack. If I want jelly beans, I'll have jelly beans. I eat as I would like. You don't have to worry if you're overeating or if you feel like you're binging on feast days. Continue to eat until you are satisfied. Guess what? It's going to regulate. Don't overthink it. If you are a month into the process, you are still balancing. Stop rushing the process. You have to trust this is all going to situate itself. But it can only do so if you work on your emotional state. It will only do, and that's why I said the foundation of weight loss is your mental. It will only work if you work on being self-aware, start breaking those emotional ties to food, and start healing whatever is ailing you as far as heart, feelings, emotions. It'll never work until you do so. So I don't count calories. I don't use any fasting apps. That's a no. Why? I fast when I wake up until I go to bed. I don't track, in 36 hours I can eat. No. My gauge is when I wake up and I go to sleep. If it is 30 hours, that's fine. If it is 36 hours, that's okay. If it is just 25 hours, that's all right. Whatever it is, that's what it is. Because guess what? I was still successful in that time period. Exercise if and when it feels good. Respect the body. If you feel like you could go for a walk today and you know you should go for a walk today, go for a walk today. If you know that you have the energy to do a home-based training program, do so. If you have strength for just body weight exercises and can't go to a gym and don't want to push heavy weights, do so. You don't have to over-exercise, to overcompensate, to over-stress the body. I exercise when I am capable. I exercise for fun. I exercise because I love my body, because my body is capable. I am not disabled. My body is healthy. God blessed me with functioning muscles, tendons. I have all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. I exercise because I'm grateful. I'm thanking my body when I exercise. Thank God I have a body to exercise. The beautiful thing about having some kind of body weight or strength training program is that your body will start to shape. Because you could lose weight and still be skinny fat. No, I don't like that. Start getting your body in shape. Keep it simple. If you're still confused by anything, you're overthinking. I swear you're overthinking it. Eat until you are full. Eat whole foods. Leave the scale alone after the first week. You don't need an app to track when you wake up and when you go to sleep. You don't have to count calories unless you want to. I also wanted to add one more thing. It's not 11, but it's just a bonus. I want you to understand that this is not a race. This is a marathon. We live in a microwave culture where we want instantaneous results. We want instant gratification. We want it now o'clock. I want you to know that that is not realistic. Losing 5 pounds every week is not realistic. When I say that I lost 60 pounds in 8 months, that's a lot of weight for 8 months. And I lost it at a moderate rate. People losing 20 pounds in 20 days, that's not normal. People losing 50 pounds in 2 months, that is not normal. And guess what? You're going to see those people have the same problems in the future because that's not sustainable weight loss. It's not. That's my opinion. Having moderate weight loss weekly, or in your case, bi-weekly to monthly, that's the goal. If you lose 10 pounds in a month, you're doing gorgeous. If you lost 2 pounds in a week, you're doing beautifully. That's normal. You did not gain this weight overnight. Why do you want to lose it overnight? What is the rush? Who are you trying to impress? You're messing up your mental. You have to this is a journey. Long-term fixes do not happen in races. They happen in journeys. So please have a realistic weight loss plan when it comes to this protocol. Losing an exorbitant amount of weight in a very short period is not cool, okay? So if you're losing 2 pounds in 2 weeks, clap for yourself, because that's 2 more pounds closer to your goal. You're doing beautifully. You're gonna be able to sustain this lifestyle if you take your time and lose it properly. Because if you do it really fast, just like an essay that is due at 11:59 and it is 10 p.m., you're gonna overlook things and it's gonna come out poorly. Take your time, do it right the first time, and you won't have to go back. You'll fix this, you'll fix all of this, and you'll have long-term results. That was the bonus. I need you guys to know that if you're losing weight at a moderate rate, you're doing beautifully. 60 pounds in 8 months, I did beautifully. And guess what? I'm 10 pounds away from my goal now. That's awesome. Am I in a rush to get there? No. I'm living my life. I will get there when I get there. I'm not preparing for the Grammys. I do not have a red carpet to walk. I am not training for the Olympics 2024. I'll get there when I get there. Why are we rushing? Alternate day fasting is going to get you to where you need to go. Only if you know what you're supposed to be doing and you're doing it correctly, you're gonna get there. And those are the top 10 tips to get started for alternate day fasting. Think of this as a guide. Refer back to this as many times as you need to. Share this with others that need the help, the encouragement. Feel free to check back on my alternate day fasting playlist for more tips, ideas, motivation, encouragement. I see your comments. I'm proud of each and every one of you so far. You're doing beautifully in life. I'm so grateful that I crossed your path and you are inspired, you're encouraged, you're motivated. And in the meantime, work on your mental health. I will never stop preaching to you to work on it, because that is the crux, the foundation, the end-all be-all of weight loss. I'm wishing you all the best of luck. You're going to do wonderfully. I need you to believe in yourself. I know that it is possible for you to achieve what you've always set out to do, whether it be weight loss, whether it be starting a new business, whether it be finding the love of your life. You can do it. But it starts with the decision, and that's why it's number one. Work on it. Become the 1%, so the 99% can hate on you. Because if you ain't got haters, what is you doing in life? You need at least 5 or 6 by the end of the year, okay? Because then you know you're doing something right. All right, everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy, and I'm wishing you all the best. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.